Amarpali was a well-known and beautiful lady who lived during the lifetime of the Buddha. Despite being a prostitute, powerful kings and even enormous chariots would wait to meet her because of her beauty. Although she had amassed enough money to purchase entire kingdoms, she was in terrible physical and emotional pain. She was known as Nagalvadu, which is Sanskrit for anchored for true love and grace. He immediately captured her attention when she first saw him. "Oh monk, accept my supper at my home." She rushed down to him and pleaded. While preparing her meal, the monk accepted her invitation. According to Amarpali, the rainy season would start in 3 days, so she said, "I'd like to ask you to stay with me during that time for 4 months." Usually, Buddhist monks don't move for 4 months when it is the rainy season. Those are the 4 months they stay in one place, while for 8 months they continuously move. Normally, they can't stay more than 3 days in one place. The young monk replied, "I will ask my master if he permits, then I will come." After saying this, he left from there before the young monk could reach the assembly. His fellow monks, who saw all this, rushed to Buddha and said the young monk had to be stopped. Amarpali has invited him to her house to live for 4 months, and a monk staying in a prostitute's house is not right. Buddha said to them, "Keep quiet, let him come." The young monk came, touched Buddha's feet, and told him the whole story. He said, "Lord, a woman has invited me to stay for 4 months of the rainy season in her house. Every monk will be staying somewhere in somebody's house for 4 months. I, too, will have to stay somewhere for 4 months. Therefore, I need your permission to go there and stay. I shall go only if you permit." Buddha looked into his eyes and said, "You can stay." It was shocking for all the other monks. Thousands of monks who were there could not believe that Buddha had allowed a monk to stay in a prostitute's house. And all the monks stood up and said, "This is not right. This man is hiding a fact. He is saying a woman has invited him, but in fact, Amarpali has invited him. She is a prostitute. How can he stay in a prostitute's house for 4 months?" Buddha said, "I know, and because he has not used the word prostitute, I am allowing him to stay there. He has respect for her anyway." After 3 days, the young monk left to stay with Amarpali, and other monks started gossiping. Buddha said to them, "You should keep silent. 4 months will pass, and I trust my monk." I looked into his eyes, and there was no desire. If a monk's meditation is deep, then he will change prostitutes, and if his meditation is not deep, then prostitutes may change him. It is now a question between meditation and physical attraction. Just wait for 4 months. Despite this, the disciples thought Buddha was trusting too much. That man was too young, and Amarpali was too beautiful. He is taking an unnecessary risk anyway. 4 months passed, and after 4 months, a young monk came and touched Buddha's feet. Following him came Amarpali, who also touched Buddha's feet and said, "O Lord, I try my best to seduce this young monk. It was all useless. Instead, he convinced me by his awareness that real life is only knowing your true self. Now I want to give all my possessions to the commune of your monks." It is said that later, Amarpali became one of the enlightened woman monks among Buddha's disciples. If we see this in our lives, then we will find that often sexual thoughts start to arise in our minds, and we get indulged in fulfilling our desires. Sometimes people even start masturbating to satisfy their lust, but no matter how much you satisfy the sex drive, it is never satisfied. Seminal energy is regarded as the vital energy of the body and should not be wasted. By conserving it, we can potentially achieve significant progress and success in various aspects of life. However, it is also important to note that the right way to control sexual desire is not to simply suppress it. Suppression can also lead to other problems like mental stress or physical side effects. The emphasis should be on redirecting the energy behind sexual desire. As per yogic science, every one of us has sexual energy in our body. In a normal human, this energy flows downwards, due to which sexual desires arise within us, But by practicing meditation for a long time, gradually this energy starts rising upwards, and then is transmuted into spiritual energy, which is also called ojas. Ojas is a spiritual energy that is stored in the brain. A man who has a great deal of ojas in his brain can turn out immense mental works. He is very intelligent. He has a magnetic aura on his face. He can influence people by speaking a few words. A short speech of his produces a tremendous impression on the minds of the hearers. Gautama Buddha, Paramhansa Yogananda, Swami Vivekananda, and Ramana Maharshi are a few examples of such great personalities. Therefore, if you want to free your mind from thoughts of lust, then always remember that if your meditation is strong, and if your thoughts are pure, then by ascending your sexual energy into spiritual energy, you can not only control your lust, but also achieve both spiritual and material success in your life. These great personalities have demonstrated the power of harnessing sexual energy for spiritual growth and achieving success in various aspects of life. By channeling this energy towards higher pursuits, one can experience a profound transformation in their mindset and actions. It is through dedicated meditation and cultivating pure thoughts that individuals can truly overcome lust and unlock their full potential. As time passed, Amrapali continued her journey towards spiritual enlightenment alongside the young monk. Her devotion to the teachings of Buddha and the path of meditation grew stronger each day. The 4 months spent in her company had transformed both their lives. Amrapali's generosity knew no bounds, and she gradually divested herself of her worldly possessions, giving everything she had to the community of monks. Her newfound purpose was clear: to support the spiritual endeavors of those who had shown her the way to inner peace. Word of Amrapali's transformation spread far and wide, and her story served as an inspiration to many. Her dedication to meditation and the redirection of her energy from physical desires to spiritual pursuits brought her a profound sense of fulfillment. Amrapali's journey towards inner peace not only impacted her own life, but also had a ripple effect on those around her. People from all walks of life were drawn to her story, seeking guidance and solace in their own quests for spiritual fulfillment. As she continued to devote herself to meditation and selflessness, Amrapali became a beacon of hope, reminding others that true happiness lies not in material possessions, but in the pursuit of spiritual growth. The young monk, too, had grown in wisdom and purity. His steadfast commitment to meditation had deepened his understanding of the mind and the power of self-control. He had conquered the desires that once held sway over him, focusing instead on the pursuit of knowledge and spiritual growth. The story of Amrapali and the young monk became a timeless lesson on the importance of inner transformation and the ability of the human spirit to rise above physical desires. It resonated with people from all walks of life, reminding them that true fulfillment comes not from the material world, but from within. The tale of Amrapali and the young monk served as a powerful reminder that true happiness lies in cultivating a deep connection with oneself and finding contentment in one's own inner world. It inspired individuals to shift their focus from external gratification to inner peace, ultimately leading them towards a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. In the annals of Buddhist history, Amrapali's name shines brightly as an exemplar of redemption and spiritual awakening. Her journey from a life of temptation and allure to one of spiritual enlightenment was a testament to the power of meditation and the redirection of one's vital energy towards higher goals. Amrapali's story serves as a timeless reminder that no matter one's past or circumstances, it is never too late to embark on a path of self-discovery and inner transformation. Her transformation also highlights the importance of finding balance between the external world and one's internal state, ultimately leading to a sense of true peace and fulfillment. This story serves as a reminder that, regardless of our past, each of us has the potential for inner growth, enlightenment, and the ability to channel our energy towards more profound purposes. It teaches us that, like Amrapali and the young monk, we can transform our lives and find our true selves through dedication, meditation, and a focus on the greater good. By witnessing Amrapali's journey, we understand that the path to spiritual enlightenment is not limited to a select few, but is accessible to anyone willing to embark on it. This story encourages us to embrace our own potential for growth and reminds us that the power to transform ourselves lies within our own hands.